every single one of these jobs I'd gotten because I knew somebody, because I'd worked with somebody, because I built a good reputation, and all of that stems back to the internship that I did at Sporting News. It's a very small business. So the reputation you build from the first place you step into, everybody will know it. Everybody. There's basically 3 companies that own the entire radio industry. Everybody knows everybody. You make a bad name for yourself in one place, chances are you're never going to get hired anywhere else. That's the reality of it. The pay is brutal. I saw some TV studios over there when I was coming in. You're going to get paid more in off-air jobs in television. That's just the way it is. It's also a lot more competitive, so you might have better luck in radio. But you're going to have to understand that the pay in these jobs is very bad. There are very few full-time jobs available, and that's why it's so important to build a good reputation. So when your resume is one of 200 or 300 that come up for a given job posting, they're going to notice that name. Hugely important. If you don't like some of the people you work with, also hugely important that you don't let them know that. My job at FM News, I had gotten from a colleague I'd worked with at WBBM. She was a writer, she was an editor, and she was a huge pain in the ass. Very difficult to work with, butted heads with everybody, but you know what? When she asked for something, you smile, you say yes, you go in the bathroom and mumble about it a little bit, and you move on. And when it was time for her when she got fired from WBBM and moved on to Illinois, to FM News, they put her in charge of hiring. So I was one of the first calls she made, and she brought in maybe 2 or 3 of us from WBBM. Now, this was a good opportunity because as a startup, they pay like crazy because they've got to cherry pick professionals from other stations. So, so working for a startup is financially awesome. And it's a lot of fun because, you know, they give you a long leash. They let you do what you want to do. It's a very creative environment to be in. They don't have the set rules and that sort of thing. But when she wanted to fill the FM News slots, she called me, and all the people I was working with didn't call her. Why? Because they argued with her left and right. They didn't like each other. And that reputation, it follows you. It follows you everywhere you're going to go. So, like I had said, each and every one of these stops, you know, they weren't the kind of thing where I applied and I got called in for interviews, and it was, I'd get a call from someone I worked with. They said, I like you, come work for us, and then you go through the process after that. And that's why the internship is so hugely important. And where you decide to do that internship is also hugely important, because you want to go somewhere that's going to be open-minded about bringing you on board. Anybody can go do a 3-month internship and be out the door, and then you're stuck looking for a job, which in a tough job market, it's hard to find. So, you know, look for places that have a history of bringing in their interns on a part-time basis, and then you kind of build up from there. WBBM is very high on fair, balanced, even time, no opinion whatsoever. So you really have to, and in a news format, it's easy because in news radio, you're looking to take a 2 or 3 page story and shrink it down to 4 sentences. So you're condensing all that information. So you really have to be on point. Every single word has to matter. You know, you're painting a picture with every word. If there's a word in there that you could take out, you get rid of it. Illinois Radio Network is longer form. I'm writing 2-minute sportscasts. They're also pretty high on not inserting any opinion into my online writing. I can write whatever the hell I want, which is great, which is what makes it fun. So the reins are off in that arena. So yeah, you gotta know how to write all sorts of different ways, because every station you work for is going to have a different style book. AP's got a style book, CBS has a style book, ABC has a style book. Everybody's got a different way they want their station to sound.